Hey guys, Electrininja here. Welcome to Electrininja's Reviews, here on Electrininja's Lab. Today, we're going to be reviewing the live-action Beauty and the Beast from Disney. So, how we're going to be doing reviews is I'm going to be splitting all of my reviews, both movies and video games, into 4 sections. For movies, we're going to have first my thoughts, where I'm going to tell you guys basically what I think about the movie. Pretty straightforward. Then we're going to be doing my criticism, where I'm going to say what I think could make the movie better. So if there's like some bad scene, I can say, you know what, I think that should be removed. Then the third section will be the Easter eggs, where, for example, in this movie, I'm going to be talking about an Easter egg that is in the beginning that most people wouldn't realize because it's a Disney movie and most people wouldn't realize that there's a video game Easter egg. But there is. So stay tuned for that. And then the last section is going to be my suggestions, where if you enjoyed the movie or you haven't seen it but you think that you would like something like it, then you could say, you know what, I'll check that movie out as well. So, anyways, let's get straight into this movie. So, I have to say, the one thing that really stuck out to me for the new Beauty and the Beast movie is that it stayed very close to the original. Unlike some movies like The Jungle Book and I don't even remember what else there was. Cinderella actually stayed pretty close as well. But Beauty and the Beast stayed closer to the original cartoon than a lot of the other movies that I've seen, which I really enjoyed. And the parts where they didn't exactly, where they had the movie, some stuff from the movie, they actually did some justice to it. For example, during the scene where they're singing about Gaston, they, in my opinion, they made it better because of the fact that, one, they didn't do some of the things that were in the original that made it kind of odd. Like, for example, in the original, Gaston says, "Every last inch of me is covered in hair," while he does a wink, which, for some people, that would be very, very weird. That whole part is not in the original, is not in this new one, and I'm actually kind of glad about that. Now, here's something that a lot of people are probably going to be wanting to know. What are my thoughts on LeFou being gay? Now, usually if you're gay, I don't care. Don't tell me about it, I don't care. Now, I have 2 thoughts. One is that back in the time that Beauty and the Beast is taking place, people were not openly gay whatsoever. Mostly because of the fact that sometimes you would be stoned, other times you would be exiled, and there's a lot of things that would have happened, and it would have been really bad. Now, LeFou does kind of give that feeling. Like, he's not showing it because he feels like it would be bad, but at the same time, he also is showing his feelings in much smaller part, so that people don't know for a fact that he is gay until the last bit of the movie where they're dancing and then that scene happens. But I think that the movie actually, even for our world nowadays, I think that they did a really good job with how they made LeFou gay. Now, of course, nowadays they feel like they have to make characters gay so that it isn't excluding people who are gay and making them feel bad. I think that what they did for this movie actually helps out a little bit because of the fact that they don't show it as much as something like Arrow, where it's like, obviously the um black black canary, well, white canary, um basically Sarah is extremely gay, and they show it a lot, and it's kind of annoying. I mean, I don't want to see like people going at it like crazy, even if they're straight, but it's kind of getting annoying that they feel like they have to do that because they have to appeal to gays. I think that works a lot better in Beauty and the Beast because they aren't completely open with it and they don't show everything. They just hint at it little by little so that you know, even you, the viewer, know for a fact that this person is gay, but they never say it and they never show anything that would just be like, oh my gosh, this person is so gay. It's getting annoying. I mean, obviously, we see at the end when LeFou and that other guy get into a dance, and they're kind of surprised, but they are actually kind of happy about it, which I think is a good way of appealing to people who are gay. Anyways, I have to say that there are some parts of the movie that kind of got a little bit iffy, but I really like the music that they had in it. One, they did keep to a lot of the old sound, a lot of the old music. However, they also added some new songs, which some of them were absolutely stunning. And I have to say that those songs actually made the movie better than the original. Those songs and a few others. I do have to say that I was not completely liking the new Beauty and the Beast song that they sing when they're dancing. However, I do have to say that it does justice to the original. Now, of course, I would have I do prefer the originals when they do the Beauty and the Beast song. But other than that, I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy the movie. Now let's move on to my criticism. What would make this movie better? Well, for one thing, maybe don't make like the way that they did the Enchantress was a bit weird. Like, I liked how in the original they did just it through glass panes. It was a tiny bit weird seeing it actually happen because it made me feel like she also cursed all of the guests, which didn't really make sense to me. But, I mean, it does make sense. Which is kind of what's making me think, like, all of the silverware and stuff, maybe that's why in the original, because he had guests in the original, maybe, and that's why all of the dishes and stuff were moving about. But in this, it feels more like the the butlers and stuff, they were actually able to extend their magic that's within them into the other devices so that they could still move them without being kind of ridiculous. So that they could manifest themselves inside these things so that it was make more sense. Which I did like. I do have to say that this movie was really good, and it's really hard to find anything that was bad about it. The fight scene was a bit odd, though. I do have to say. Like, yeah, he turned his back, but then it's like the gun fell further, which makes me just confused about how did he get the gun if it fell a lot further than it looks like it fell. Because it looked like that the gun fell all the way to the ground. If not, how would he have gotten it, then come back up in enough time to shoot Beast? But other than that, the scene was fine. But there were definitely a lot of things. I'm still not convinced that Gaston is dead, but that's because of the fact that the gun fell really far, but that's about it. I mean, obviously he's actually dead in the story, but for now, that's all I care about. Next up, Easter eggs. There was one Easter egg that I noticed that probably very few people actually noticed. In the opening scene, when they're the castle is shown and they're about to do the whole arc, you can actually see in the hedges a heart. Now, most people would think, oh, it's just a heart, it doesn't matter. But if you've actually played the Kingdom Hearts series and you've played it a lot, like I have, and I've played every single game. In fact, I was gonna do Kingdom Hearts Key until I saw Beauty and the Beast, and then I was like, you know what, Beauty and the Beast is more important. Let's do that. But the way that it works, the way that it is, it's the exact shape as the Kingdom Hearts symbol, which at first glance it may not seem like it, but it's exactly the same. So at first I was like, why would they do that? Maybe they're gonna put Beauty and the Beast in Kingdom Hearts 3 or something, but then I remembered that in Kingdom Hearts Key they actually have the new Beauty and the Beast. Not like an actual world, but you can actually become the new Beast and you can become the new Belle if you play it, if you get the materials and stuff. But it was just for the short event, so I don't know exactly why. But I do think that they really did well on that. And it's hidden, so it's not extremely hidden, but every single Kingdom, if you, not even Kingdom Hearts fans may even notice it, but it looks exactly like it. So I feel like they chose to do the Kingdom Hearts symbol, which begs another question: why would they choose that? But that's beside the point. Aside from that, there weren't a whole lot of Easter eggs. Everything seemed really out there. I would have to watch the movie again to see if there were any other Easter eggs, but that one really stuck out to me. So, yeah. Anyways, on to the suggestions. Now, of course, the original Beauty and the Beast. That is obvious. If you've seen the original, and if you've seen the new one and you haven't seen the original, then watch the original as well. But besides that, I'm just gonna list off some love stories that I personally liked. I'm forgetting what it's called right now, but I think it's Fair Lady or something. It's an older movie, around the same time as Hello Dolly, where the main character is a woman who does not really speak very well, or at least is considered not to speak very well. And because of that, she decides to go to someone who is kind of abusive, and she eventually falls in love with them. And it's kind of the same premise as Beauty and the Beast. And yeah, the weird thing is that there's another guy that falls in love with her as well, but he doesn't die, so that's a good thing. She does get a bit pissed off with him, though, I think. I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't know. Another movie I would suggest is it's not abusive. The relationship is not abusive, and it's also an anime movie by Studio Ghibli, which means it's connected to Disney in some way, shape, or form. And that is Whisper of the Heart. Whisper of the Heart is I would say probably my favorite of all the Studio Ghibli movies. It's a very amazing story. Basically, the main character is the writer of The Cat Returns, which is another Studio Ghibli movie. Fantastic movie as well. Also kind of a love story, but at the same time it's more the girl's trying to escape from being tormented. But anyways, I wouldn't, if you're wanting love stories, then The Cat Returns is not the best But there are quite a few Studio Ghibli movies that are love stories, and I think that they're all fantastic. Haven't seen all of them, but I have seen quite a few. Except for Only Yesterday. Only Yesterday's a bit weird. I mean, it's a good movie, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to keep track of. Anyways, Whisper of the Heart. Definitely watch it. Basically, the main character is a writer, and she's trying to, she has a crush on a guy who has had a crush on her a lot longer than she has had a crush on him. Anyways, she feels that she needs to prove herself to him, and eventually she writes a book, shows it to his grandpa, and the movie just goes on from there, making eventually they get together, and it is absolutely stunning. I'm not gonna give too many details, but that is the premise of it, and it is amazing. Can't think of any other movies that are really good. I would say, watch practically any of the Studio Ghibli movies. Like, not all of them are love stories, but a lot of them have love story aspects. And they're great movies, especially for people who want to see women prevailing and being better, because a lot of movies make the women these damsels in distress, and that's something else that is kind of an aspect of Beauty and the Beast. She is not a damsel in distress completely. Like, she does kind of want to get out. She is kind of a damsel in distress, but she is fighting for herself, which I really enjoy. And a lot of Studio Ghibli movies are about that. Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, great movie. Mostly focuses on that. Secret World of Arrietty. It's if you guys have seen The Borrowers, it's the same story as that, but in a smaller. It's just in one house, and it is amazing. And I seriously watch it if you haven't seen it. Go see practically every Studio Ghibli movie ever. Spirited Away is not as much of a. I mean, the main character is a girl who eventually saves herself. However, she is kind of a damsel in distress. However, at the same time, she's not, because of the fact that she fights for freedom kind of on her own, which I think is a good thing. Like, she does get a little bit of a push from a guy character, which is why it's kind of a damsel in distress video, but at the same time, it's not. So don't worry about that. But a lot of like I said, a lot of Studio Ghibli movies will work. Anyways, that is all that we have time for this video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I'm going to be doing reviews or news videos every single week on Wednesdays. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you like, comment, especially comment your criticism, because I need to know what you guys think of this video. And also all of my other videos, because I don't get any views right now. But please, like, comment, subscribe, even share these videos with your friends on Facebook or something. But, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Tomorrow's a Redstone video, so see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.